Hey everyone, it's D7 from G13 Airsoft doing another range day compilation. This time I am commentating over D12, who you're going to be seeing in this footage. Went to the range, used some of his firearms for some stuff, and it's kind of interesting. We're going to start the rifle range with D12 using his Z-PAP, AK-47 variant, and 7.62 by 39. Using a Trigicon RMO, red dot, no magnification. And he's around 100 yards shooting at some steel targets and some foam/paper targets at the lower part of the screen you see there. Now within the group that likes to shoot actual firearms, I tend to give D12 a lot of crap because he does use that darn Z-PAP AK over a lot of the AR platforms a lot of us prefer. So he's kind of oddball out on there. And as we go through the video, I might roast him a little bit on some of his gear choices, but ultimately I think what you should notice is throughout this video he is actually hitting the targets, which is saying something as we'll get a closer look at that rifle. Now as he's doing this, I will note he's using a Blue Force gear sling, I believe. There's some quick detach knob at the end of it you can see dangling there. I'm kind of curious if that's useful or not, or if that just turns to 1 point or something. You also see his front iron sight is canted. That is classic Zastava for you. Or D12 is very appreciative of that, coming out of the box looking like that. With that said, despite the absolute horrible look of it, he has zeroed it. I have also fired it. It can hit steel at a hunch with it. Kind of baffling, but hey, is what it is. See him reloading here, taking a decent bit of time actually. I was a little confused on why that was. One, he could just be tired, wasn't focused on the drill, but two, I know he's using his Smersh LB loadout with a dump pouch, so it should have been pretty easy to dump that magazine in there, but it was taking a minute, so I'm curious what happened there. You can also see the very long rail he has on the rifle. He mainly uses it just for the vertical grip, but in time I think he's going to try to get some weapon lights, maybe IR device on it, which is why he intended to get that ahead of time. Though I would say for the short term, I would have just stuck with the standard hand guard, not even used the grip. There's still a sling point on it, so it would have been fine for the sling. But it's it's a very goofy build, I'll put it kindly, and he's making it work. Again, I give him a lot of crap for it, but he can make it work. What you're seeing here is him pulling out his SIG 226. It might be the Mark 25 variant, and he does make a couple of hits. I remember going to the same range with him a while back, and him and another mutual friend of ours was kind of surprised that I was shooting a handgun at that distance and hitting. And you know, I looked down, it's like, yeah, you can. I mean, it's not what a handgun's intended for, but it can if you train with it. And sure enough, as you can see here, D12's been improving with it and able to do so.
Holy shit!
Now we're moving on to the handgun range, where D12 uses his Mark 25 226 variant at a steel target. I think the steel target's around 7 yards. He has some fun shooting it, but a couple things to note with this video. One, note that the slide on the Mark 25 doesn't always lock back on the last round. I'm not sure if that's because of the positioning of his thumb or not, but sometimes that happens. He has to manually maneuver the slide back. In addition, when the slide does lock back, he still has the tendency to just slingshot it anyway. I am curious, I need to talk to him about it, on why he does that, what handguns he's worked with the past. Because I mean, that's a training preference, right? A lot of guys do that versus hitting the slide release. But it is something that's different for him and me, and I am curious. Okay, moving back to the rifle range at the 120-yard point, D12 is going to a resting position or bench rest and just shooting the Sestava again at those targets. Again, hitting them. You can also see a little bit of his SMERSH loadout to the left that I mentioned earlier. And then wrapping up the day at the range for some kicks and giggles, D12 brought out his M44 Mosin. Of course, everyone loves hating on the garbage rod, but it is also a fun gun to shoot. And a couple of things to note with what you're seeing. One is the shorter barreled version, i.e. the M44. Two, I can almost guarantee he has done nothing with the iron sights on this thing. And eight, it's a rifle older than most of our grandparents, and it does hit steel. Three, I didn't know you can shoot steel with this thing. I thought a lot of that 7.62 by 54 is, I forgot what it's called, but it's a type of bullet type you don't want to hit steel. You can also see quite the fireball coming off the end of this thing. And then lastly, at the end of the day, if this thing's hitting steel at that range, that's still quite a vibe check if you've ever got hit by it. So it is interesting to see that. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you around next time. Bye.